What's up guys, welcome to another video. So in the few previous videos I've been researching this guy called the copy trader. 2 weeks have passed over the first month and I've been trying these signal groups of his for the first 2 weeks now and trying to figure out whether those groups are actually profitable. Now if you've watched my previous video you will know that for the first week, by setting everything up as the guide told me to and by putting $10 for each position, in the first week I've experienced a negative drawdown of minus $40. So in other words, minus 4x, which seems catastrophic of course, but hey, that's why I am doing all of this, spending money on bullcrap so you wouldn't have to. So that was week 1. Now in between I've done some back testing and showed you the results in my previous video. And one thing I've noticed when I do the back test was that blindly following those signals will erode your money big time. So I've reran another back test, same conditions but only one change, which is reversal. And the back test showed me that it could actually be profitable. So that's what I did for my second week. I've basically reversed all of the trades and I wonder what kind of results I've gotten. I mean, as of shooting this video right now, I haven't seen the end of the week results. So in this video, when I will have a look at the results of the past week with all the reversals, I wonder if I actually am profitable. Now, frankly, what do I expect from that? Well, honestly, I am not expecting to be profitable because last weekend I still had open positions, which was in the negative, which were realized earlier this week. So that could have basically impacted the profitability if there were any. So I guess let's jump into my screen and see what kind of numbers do we have. I do not expect profitability as I've mentioned before, but what I do expect is probably less negative results. So let's open my screen and let's check out what kind of number we have. Okay, so here is my screen. So right here, as you can see, all the trades that were taken last week, including all of my other groups. I'm basically trying to figure out whether take profit one is profitable, as you can see right here. But anyway, this is not what we're talking about right now. So let's click, I guess, performance. In fact, I might as well just switch pages a bit to let it reload. Okay, so what kind of number we have? Drum roll, please. Okay, so now that is interesting. So first of all, let's look at the main group which I've did the research on the previous few videos. So by reversing, we actually seen greens right here. So if you will notice, there is a $14 of profit total, which includes the first unrealized trades which were closed on Monday with losses. So even with the trades that came out from the week before, I'm still profitable actually, which is kind of pretty good news. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. As I've mentioned, I was expecting to be not profitable on these. Now there is a low risk and high risk group. So for the first week, both of these groups did not take any trades at all. But if you've watched my previous video, I've done some back testing on these two groups. And also I found that reverse trading both of these two would actually be profitable, but the results clearly show the red lines for both of them. Only for the worst copy traders channel I see some green. Interestingly enough, if I go ahead and add these numbers up, let me grab my calculator. So 14.35 bucks minus 0.97 cents. It also equates to around minus 40 bucks, so which is kind of close number to my previous week. But hey, let's try to calibrate the system and let's get all of the 3 rows here in green. Okay, so where do we go from here? I guess I will leave the worst copy traders on reversal as it is. So let me show you. If I go ahead and click settings and find the pro tab, if I remember correctly, you can see that reverse setting is being turned on. Okay, let's save settings. Now for the high and low risk channels, I might actually, so what happened? That it was that the first week I hadn't had any single trade from those, so I hadn't had any data except of course from what the backtest showed me. So I've had put both of these channels on reversal as well, so just try and look at the low risk group first. Again, if I scroll down and click the pro tab, you can see the reverse strategy is being turned on. So you can go ahead and pause what these mean. And in comparison, you can go ahead and pause and read this. So you know what's the difference between this and this reverse strategy. I had enough data to click this, at least for the worst copy traders. But given that my first week did not produce any single trades on this channel, so I kind of went ahead and clicked reverse because the backtest showed me to. Now, but since given that this week came out at a negative, I'm gonna uncheck this. I'm gonna click save, close it, and same thing I wanna do with the high risk channel. So again, if I go ahead and scroll down and click the pro tab, you can see that reverse strategy is also ticked in. I'm gonna uncheck it and click save. And for the worst copy traders, I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. There is a potential to be profitable, at least this week showed me like that, so it's fine I guess. Just to show you again, if I go ahead and click settings, I'm gonna scroll down, click pro tab, you can see that this reversal is ticked, so I'm not gonna uncheck it. I'm gonna close it. And another thing, so these numbers are now documented. I think I'm gonna go ahead and clear data on all of them. So I'm gonna reset all of these 3 groups to 0. So clear data on all of them, so we can see a bunch of zeros again. Okay, so as you can see, I've basically reversed all the channels which were red. The only logic for the reversals on those 2 groups because the backtest showed me to, but I did not have any trades, so I kind of went with a hunch on that one. But now given that those 2 channels produced a red results, and only left the reversal function on the worst copy traders channels, which already produced me a positive return. And now that the data is flushed away, we are again at 0. We basically reset all the dashboard. Today is Sunday, November 16th. We are about to enter the 3rd week with all the data removed. Let's see the next weekend what kind of numbers we'll be having. Now another thing, when I was talking about trades that came from the last week and closed at the beginning of the previous week, what I actually meant, if you struggled to understand. So if I show you the MetaTrader on my phone, as you can see, I have one red position right here, and today is weekend, so it's not moving because it's forex. And whether this trade closes with profit or loss depends on, of course, a bunch of factors, but whichever direction it will be realized, it will affect the results. So I guess I could now go ahead and close it right now. But let's look at the TradingView chart. So this pair again is New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. I don't know if you're able to see that. And here are basically the chart. I'm gonna grab a cable to point everything right here. So as you can see, the overall trend is going up. The RSI at the bottom zone is basically bending upward. This is 30-minute chart candles. So I know that you're looking at everything in reverse, but basically the point is that I'm wondering, should I close this trade right now? And given that it's a buy trade, I think I might as well leave it like that. In fact, let me look at when was it basically opened. It was opened on November 4th, which is basically the last Tuesday. So 2 weeks this trade was basically unrealized. So that's how the forex is. Everything is very slow compared to gold is ultra slow. Anyway guys, these are the results for the second week. I'm actually surprised that one of the channels produced the green results. I've unchecked the reversal functions of the both high and low risk. I'm gonna keep the reverse copy traders channel with the reversal function on. And let's see for the third week what kind of results we'll be getting. Hopefully those will be good, because if we can find a good setup for all of these channels, I in fact might consider to give it another month ago. And not only that, I might increase the sums of money per position to maybe at least 20 or 30 bucks. But that of course depends what kind of results the second half of the month will produce. But anyway, let's not try and guess the future, let's wait and see. I hope that this video helped you to make informed decision whether you want to buy the service or not. And hopefully we'll be able to make some money. In the next video I'll try to go ahead and play with some backtesting for the either high risk or low risk channel, same way I did in the previous video. And what I expect with the results on that is basically that actually reversing will be more profitable, or at least less losses. Anyway guys, I think I'm done with this video. Hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. That means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.